are you to be back to kind of feeling like your old self again?
I'm super excited. I'm so pumped to finally get back on the practice field, get back to doing what I love. Just being around the guys, it's been a blast, just getting back for spring practice and just, all that hard work and all of the time that we spent trying to figure everything out. Now it's finally paying off and getting to see the fruit from everything that we've been going through. So it's awesome to finally get back out there.
Did you have a point where you were scared you weren't going to be able to kick again?
Yeah, I think at the end of last season, I feel like the whole time I was really trying to get healthy to play football, and finally towards the end of last season, finally just said I just need to focus on my health, and so really that point was probably the first one when I thought, this isn't about football anymore. It's really more about the bigger problem, which is my health. But still, I never thought that I wouldn't play football again. And always in the back of my mind, I thought I would still play. So, yeah.
Just the frustrating part of it for you when you kind of start working and gain weight again, and then was it Kentucky last year where you're just trying to kind of start when that moment arrives?
Yeah.
Was that the most frustrating part? Did that it kind of like, man, I thought I had it done, and then
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you said, I thought I had it figured out. We thought we had it figured out, and I started losing weight probably that week, and I ended up playing that game probably at 135 pounds. I probably lost 10, 15 pounds that week, and it was just frustrating, and to think you had it figured out, and the medicine stopped working, and it was just unfortunate, really. But I'm feeling great now. Got it figured out, so I'm ready.
Like, what was the lowest weight you were at?
I got down to 110 pounds. Yeah, that was I did that twice, actually. Once in the summer, and then right before I had surgery, I was back down to 110 pounds again.
And what's a good weight, do you think, for you?
I think like 165. I want to be 170. I'm 160 right now. So I've pretty much gained the majority of my weight, if not all of it, back so far, and see if I can keep getting a little bigger, like that.
How do you feel you are as far as coming along, being able to kick?
Yeah, it's been great. The progression to get the strength back's been going great. I feel like I'm pretty much back to full strength. I'd say. I'd say I'm probably like 90% right now, probably full strength, but accuracy-wise and op times and everything's pretty much the same. I'd say the only thing we're waiting on now is just the repetition of kicking. You get your strength back, pretty much. So we're close. Yeah.
When you came back briefly for that Kentucky game, about what percentage would you say you were probably at that time?
So right before that game, like the week before, I was feeling great. I was probably like 80%, feeling great. And then that week, it really hit me hard. So, I mean, I might have been 65. Probably shouldn't played in that game, looking back. But I'm glad I got in the game and got to play. But looking back, probably shouldn't have. But it was a lot of fun to get to do that.
What was the official for you on this official diagnosis?
It's officially diagnosed as ulcerative colitis. Yeah. We thought it was Crohn's disease for a little bit because a lot of the inflammation had characteristics of that, but they officially diagnosed it with ulcerative colitis.
And so you had to have surgery. Was it toward the end of the year last year? Is that
yeah,
when it
December
was?
20th, I had my whole colon removed, so my whole large intestine. Yeah, right? I got out of I got out of the hospital right before Christmas on the 23rd, so I actually got out pretty quick right after that, but then I had to go back. We had some complications, but so I woke up Christmas Day in the hospital, so that was kind of fun. That was new, right? But it changed my life. I mean, I wouldn't be here or playing football, I don't think, again, without the surgery. I think it was definitely the right decision and best decision for me and my family, and so I'm glad I did it for sure.
How important has the support from the coaching staff, your teammates, how important has that been?
I mean, it's been the world to me because without the coaching staff and our trainers like Mr. Robbie and just the support from my teammates, it would have been a lot more difficult to go through, not having the assets that Auburn has here and, just the connections they have to be able to get me in to see a doctor whenever I could, needed to. And it's really been a blessing in disguise, just having them by my side through it all. And so I'm just grateful for them, yeah.
Alex, you said there was a point where you wondered or worried you may not play football again, but when was kind of the point where, I'm assuming after the surgery you were like, okay, this is possible, I can really get back out there?
Yeah, whenever they told me I could play football with an ostomy bag is what I have now, that was kind of my moment. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it everything I have, and if if I'm not able to go out there and do my best, I'll give it up. But right now, I think I'm going out there and I'm giving my best, and so that's just an awesome feeling. So that's pretty much the moment for me.
Is the ostomy bag going to be something that you stay for the rest of your life?
It can be, yeah, but I could get it reversed, and just after I play football, after I get done playing football, or just really whenever I want. So yeah.
I think was there a kicker named Rolf Benirschke? Have anybody ever mentioned a name to you that like there was a kicker that?
I think he kicked for the Chargers.
Yes,
he did.
Yeah, they actually did, and somebody got me his book. I haven't gotten a chance to read it. I need to, but yeah, I've heard about him, and that's what they told me. They were like, yeah, there was actually a kicker in the league that had one back in the 70s.
Yeah,
Badass, too.
70s.
Was he?
He was really good.
Yeah.
He was
I was a
good.
kid in San Diego at the time, and he was a legend.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, maybe that'll be me one day.
There you go.
The second one, right?
How much has this competition helped you as well?
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of guys kicking.
Yeah, we have 5 kickers right now, so it's been a blast just to finally get back out there and compete with the guys. I think it's made me better. I think it's made all of us better, really, just to have the healthy competition that we've had, and it's helped me progress faster probably, than I probably would have without it. And just the getting back into competitive mindset, it's been a lot of help, I'd say.
Do you think this is something that will help you in terms of kicking because of the things you've been through?
Yeah.
Maybe the pressure side of it, going, hey, I've already been through things that are maybe a
That's
lot more
correct.
difficult than this.
Yeah, I definitely say that when you go through something like that, you come out on the other side a better person. I believe that I'm the person I am today because of that, and my mental toughness is probably a lot higher than it was. I've always liked to say I was mentally tough, but going through something like that, you really have to be if you're going to come out on the other side a better person from it. And I'd say it really just puts things into perspective for you. You think, yeah, football's your life, and then you realize it could get put on hold like that. And so I think that it really put it in perspective for me that I love football. It's what we do. It's not who I am. I've always said that. But yeah, I think it's not that it takes pressure off of you. I still want to perform and I still want to do my best, but it definitely does take some of the nerves out.